Obi Wan! You didn't kill the Obi Wan series, Disney Plus did. Today let's talk about Obi Wan on Disney Plus, which has received mixed reactions from those who saw it. Personally myself, I quite liked it. But I can see where maybe Disney is making the same repeat mistakes of using old familiar characters instead of fleshing out stories with new ones with familiar traits. The Mandalorian, of course, did this and enjoyed success because of it on Disney Plus. But more importantly, what are your thoughts on the series overall? Did you enjoy it? Were you disappointed with the series and hoped for a different direction? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss it and some Black Series action figures we have gotten from Obi-Wan Kenobi. So in essence, the story of Obi-Wan follows Obi-Wan Kenobi after Revenge of the Sith, living a simple life on Tatooine after Order 66, and trying to keep under the radar of the Empire, specifically the Inquisitors, whom are hunting surviving Jedi. However, of course, events transpire that lead him down a path of reluctant action to rescue and defend those he deemed to protect. Now, this was always going to be a difficult task for this series, in the pivotal moments where Obi-Wan fights Anakin, who has turned to the dark side at the end of Revenge of the Sith and defeats him, leading to the creation of Darth Vader. And then also the beginning of A New Hope, where Darth Vader and Obi-Wan face off on the Death Star so that Luke, Leia, Han and Chewie can escape, are two iconic moments in the series, and any story in between those moments was in danger of feeling a little underwhelming or not really adding anything to the overall story, and you could say that unfortunately Obi-Wan suffers from that. In the series, Obi-Wan learns that Anakin is alive and ends up fighting Darth Vader. But we have already seen this, in essence, in Revenge of the Sith, minus the Darth Vader armour, or A New Hope, as older versions of the characters. And so seeing young Obi-Wan fight new Darth Vader just feels like trending old ground already covered. Of course, it would be quite boring to see Obi-Wan hide in a cave for an entire season, so he ends up going on an adventure. But the question is, does this really add anything to the overall story? And there are lots of nice moments in this series, and the final episode is very good, with a haunting conversation between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. I particularly like the scene in this episode 2 where Obi-Wan is on a mission to rescue young Leia and encounters a veteran clone trooper who has been forgotten by the Empire era and is living on the streets, presumably. The overall essence of Obi-Wan is returning characters in unseen story and situations, which fills the gaps in the overall story of Star Wars. The problem is, more often than not, Disney, for this, doesn't really work for Disney. Just look at the sequels, which featured an older Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie and Lando, who are simply present so that the viewer knows they are watching Star Wars, while the new characters take the reins. The Mandalorian works so well because it takes everything that fans loved about Boba Fett, the silent gunfighter type, and applied it to a new character with a familiar, relatable look. The same with Grogu being from the same race as Yoda, so the viewer can simply relate to the character, and having the Empire and Stormtroopers in the story keeps things familiar without shoehorning in old characters for the sake of it simply being relatable to the Star Wars brand. I also felt that episodes that revealed Inquisitor Reva's motivations and her plans to use Obi-Wan towards this were quite good. So overall, there were interesting ideas, and especially towards the end of the series, epic battles between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. But Disney might be better suited to creating stories around new concept characters, rather than focusing too much on pre-existing ones. So overall, Obi-Wan gets 3.5 stars out of 5. A series that's done well, but perhaps hasn't hit the highs that a show like The Mandalorian could do in the Star Wars franchise. And now let's talk some Black Series figures we have gotten that represent characters from the series. So of course we've got Obi-Wan in various outfits such as Jabim and Wandering Jedi and more, Darth Vader, Reva and other Inquisitors, and perhaps there are still more characters that we could get in figure form like young Leia and her droid, Owen and Ben, Baru Lars, Haka the fake Jedi or Hadja the fake Jedi, Tala the rogue Imperial officer turned rebel and more. Would you like a series 2 of Obi-Wan? Which characters are you excited to pick up in action figure form? Let me know in the comments below. And for all the latest action figure live streams and reviews, check out Dan Who Reviews YouTube channel, Miguel from the Wolfpack Toy Review for stateside reviews and toy hunts, Cowboy Collector and Jay's Toy Collection UK. And links for all those in the description below. And for the latest film and TV reviews, check out filmandtvreview.com. Now with added merchandise. So would you care for an Obi-Wan Season 2? Or are you hoping for more material with original characters like the Mandalorian? Cast your votes in the comments below. And until next time, enjoy those flicks and figs.